78, Alex Coder. And then tight end number 82, Logan Ellis. And the rest of the undefeated Panthers.
Good evening, Western New York High School sports fans. Welcome to WNYathletics.com, where we are bringing you another big-time Section 6 high school football matchup tonight. Friday night lights action brought to you by WNY Athletics. Tonight, it's a Class B South matchup between the Pioneer Panthers and the West Seneca East Trojans. John Simon here alongside longtime Western New York official Jim Craig. Jim, had a great first time together with you last week at Cleveland Hill Wilson. Tonight, we got a Class B South Division matchup. Two 2-0 teams matching up here. All the makings of what should be a great Friday night football game.
It sure should, John. It's two teams that are known for hard-nosed football, good football, and this should be a real good one. We'll take a look at the records down the line just a little bit. And both of them, as John said, won their first two games. West Seneca East won theirs in the division. They played in division. They're 2-0. And the Pioneer beat Kenmore West, which is an A North school, and won another division game in the South. So both of them are 2-0, and both of them are ready to go.
Yeah, and West Seneca East with those two league wins on top of the B South division right now. They sit alone in first place at 2-0. However, Pioneer right behind them. They're tied for second with that 1-0 record. This game tonight, despite it only being week 3, we still got more than half the regular season to go after this. But between these two teams, who will both be in the hunt for the top of the top spot in this division, this game could end up paying off big for them later down the line this season. So the winner of this one could very well put themselves in the driver's seat to win first place in the B South League.
This could be a key mark, John, that takes whatever team going forward. Both of them have to play another tough rival in B South later on in the year, Iroquois, right? And so whoever wins this game puts themselves in good position once they get to that game. So again, we look for a hard-fought game tonight.
So West Seneca East will kick off to Pioneer to start this one. You see the home Panthers in their all-black uniforms with dark green helmets. West Seneca East in the all-white kits with the yellow lids. West Seneca East kicking from the right side of your screen to your left. And we got ourselves a beautiful night out here in Pioneer, long ways away from the North Towns where West New York Athletics headquarters is, but we had to make our ways out here for a night. Beautiful stadium, big crowd. And we are underway for this Class B South matchup as that kick goes all the way into the Panther end zone. Pioneer will start their first offensive drive from their own 20.
We'll see here, John, just how Pioneer wants to play it. Over the years, they've been a very strong running team, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to start out that way at the beginning.
Yeah, last week, I should say, the Panthers rushed for 288 yards in their Week 2 victory over East Aurora Holland. That was a 21-14 final. They only had 15 passing yards in that win, too. That's the thing. So, like you said, heavy run for this Pioneer Panther group. Expect to see a lot from Jack Bunsey in the backfield. He's their leading rusher so far this year. 219 yards through the first two games for 22.
And
And there he is getting the first touch, and that's a gain of about 10 or 12. Bunsey, as advertised, getting the first carry there for a nice gain.
It's a pretty decent stat when you're averaging over 6 yards per carry, as he is. So he started out just the way he finished off last week.
Yeah, Bunsey was second on. As we said, 219 yards, 6.3 yards a carry. Expect to see a lot from 22 tonight. He's going to get it again on 1st and 10 here. Got some space to the outside. Tries to spin around a defender. Got wrapped up, but picked up an extra yard with that move.
Nice move. He got outside. Got himself the first down of the game.
So as we said, Pioneer coming into this one at 2-0. Defeated East Aurora Holland on the road last week. Knocked off Kenmore West in a non-league matchup week 1 right here at Pioneer, 22-14. A couple of close games for the Panthers to start this one. I almost called them the Pioneer Pioneers. Imagine if that was their nickname. So 1st and 10 for the Panthers here from their own 45. They're going to run it. And I think that was Bunsey again. Actually, that was Devin Matusak, number 32. So got a gain of a couple up the middle there.
That time they decided to go with a different back and attack a different area. They went to the right twice and now back up the middle to just off the left guard. Let's see where they go now.
It'll be 2nd and 8 here. They're going to pitch it out to Bunsey, and he's met right there by a couple Trojan tacklers. Now they're going to drive him back a few yards, and that whistle stops play. So that'll bring up 3rd and long for Pioneer.
That was Derek Hamm that met him first for the Trojans.
I'm going to use your expertise here for a minute, Jim. I have to ask, when do the officials make the point to blow their whistle and stop play when a runner is trying to go forward and they get stopped by a group of defenders and they start to push them back? When do they finally stop play? Is there a certain point that you're supposed to notice when you're told to stop play as a ref?
It's called, and again, it's the judgment on the part of the official, but it's when the forward progress of the runner has been stopped, in their opinion. So they've gone as far forward as they can. That's when the whistle should be blown.
Pioneer looking to throw on 3rd and 9. That one's tipped in the air and nearly intercepted. Trying to dive under that one to get it was Damani Blake of West Seneca East, but that'll bring up 4th down for Pioneer. Brody Hopkins pass a little too high for the intended receiver. They're in, questionable territory right now. They're on their own side of the 50. And it looks like Pioneer's going to choose to punt this one. But I wouldn't have thought it was crazy, Jim, if they decided to run that 4th down play. But I guess 9 yards, just a little too steep of a distance. Don't want to give up anything early on the opening drive.
West Seneca East defense starting to toughen up just a little bit at the end, toughen up a lot at the end. And I think that they figured that probably is the best way they could go, put their defense on the field and see how that works.
Well, Xavier McClure's punt bounces out of bounds there right around the 25, and that is the starting spot for this West Seneca East offense, where they will come out for their first time. As we said, they're coming off a 28-14 road win over Olean in week 2. Outscored Olean 28-7 in the second half to come back and win that one. Trojans were down 7-0 in halftime. Outscored them by 3 scores in the last 2 quarters to improve to 2-0. 1st and 10 snap here. It's going to be a run. Not too far on that one, though.
And in the 2 games that they have played, and that was the tight one they had, the comeback win, but their point differential is quite substantial. They had a big win the first game.
Oh, yeah.
And so they're over 60-point differential to the good. So let's watch what they do now.
Workman rolls to his right and gets a pass off to Madison, who's able to take it up past the 40 for a first down. And that one gets the Trojans up to their own 43.
That was a nice, quick hit. Good release, nice and quick. got the ball out of very.
The shotgun here. Fakes one handoff, now gives it to Mike Hayes, who has some room up the middle. He gets another first down and moves into Pioneer territory. Trojans up to the home team's 45. So like you said, Jim, both teams looking to set the tone with the run game in this one so far. Pioneer on their first drive gets a few first downs, but doesn't get across the 50. West Seneca East right now moving the ball very well on their opening drive.
The offensive line did a real good job on the right side there, open. It was quite a big hole for Hayes to get through.
Workman again handing that one off. And able to run up ahead, but that one was Derek Hamm, senior fullback. That gets about 5 or 6 for the Trojans. Actually, looks like they'll mark that closer to 7 or 8. That was a nicer run than I thought.
Derek Hamm was is the one that kind of turned things around in that first series with that good defensive stop behind the line, and now he's adding his prowess on offense.
So that's 2nd and 3 for West Seneca East. Hands it off there to Hayes. Little hesitation move, able to get back to the line of scrimmage. It looks like he's still on his feet. Pioneer thought they had the tackle. Hayes didn't go down, and he'll go into the end zone. We'll see how the officials rule this. One of them is signaling touchdown. The other wants to convene. And Jim, you'll be able to divulge into this a little bit better than I will, but what's the call you think going to be on this one?
Well, it's really tough to say because it looked like he could have been stopped at that point in time, but if no whistle went, then the official on the play did not think the progress was stopped, and so therefore we'll see what happened, whether to get together, referee Shunky is get together, and they decided that it was a good run and it was a touchdown.
What a wacky play. Mike Hayes seemingly wrapped up and tackled, rolls over the Pioneer defender, doesn't touch the turf at all, stays on his feet, and takes it all the way to the end zone. 30-plus yard touchdown run, and Trojans on their first drive move the ball down the field and quickly find the end zone, extra point away from a 7-0 lead.
Got to go back to that. It's not over till it's over, and that's great second effort by Hayes. Terrific.
And that extra point is good, so that'll give the Trojans an early 7-0 lead. Just about 5 minutes into this one. We'll take a quick timeout and be right back for more first quarter action here on WNY Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Welcome back to WNYathletics.com. Midway through the first quarter here between West Seneca East and Pioneer. We're coming to you live from Pioneer High School for this Friday night Section 6 Class B matchup. Seneca East just got on the board with a huge touchdown run from Mike Hayes. As we said, it was a little bit of a wacky play. Some people thought he was down, but he just rolled over the defender, didn't touch the turf. That's got the road Trojans on top. They're kicking it off here. Pioneer again going to have to field this from their own end zone, and they're just going to have to let this be a touchback. 2 back-to-back great kicks to start from West Seneca East. That is some great special teams from Jordan Kilney.
Pin him back to the 20. John, before we start the next series of downs, I'd just like to make a mention of a gentleman that's very important to us in football and a member of the Conley Cup, Mr. Mike Toludo. Unfortunately lost his dad this week, and we would like to, from Western New York Athletics and all the football family around here, to make sure that we give our condolences, and our prayers and thoughts are with his family.
Well said, Jim. All the best to the Toledo family. Resume play here. Pioneer looking to run again on first down. Bunsey takes that one to the right side, maybe gains about 2. We'll see where they mark it, but that was the story for Pioneer on their first drive. They run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. They pick up yards and then just kind of stalled right around midfield.
Let's see how they can answer here, John, to this to the touchdown. It was, as you say, it was a kind of a weird play to say the least, and now let's see if they can get an answer here.
Hopkins takes the snap, hands it off, and running up to the left side there, I believe was Scott Davis. So that'll bring up 3rd and short. It'll be about 3. Pioneer looking to avoid a 3-and-out on this drive. That would be the last way you want to respond to a touchdown from West Seneca East.
It was a great block to get by the left tackle. It got him those 5 yards. So let's see what they can do here.
3 in the backfield for Pioneer. They're going to hand it off. It's a run. First down and then some more. Able to run up ahead there was Jaden O'Cambulasack. And that's a big run for Pioneer as they're able to move the chains, keep the offense on the field. However, it looks like we got a flag on the far side by the West Seneca East sideline.
15-yard gain for O'Cambulasack. The ball is to the 42-yard.
Nice run there by O'Cambulasack, 5'8" senior. So a horse collar against West Seneca East only amplifies the damage on that run by O'Cambulasack. This will move the Panthers over into Trojans territory for the first time tonight. And always nice to get a little bit of a boost like that. You'll take that if you're the Panther offense.
They sure will. And again, they decided to go over that same left side again that they did the previous play. And it paid off for them.
So 1st and 10 from the West Seneca East 43 now. As I said, Pioneer on the right side of the 50 for the first time tonight, nearing the 5-minute mark of the first quarter. Hopkins in the shotgun now will drop back and look to throw. That one is right on target. Able to make the catch there is Stover, and he'll pick up another first as he's brought down just inside the West Seneca East 30. Kyle Stover, 4 catches for 58 yards coming into this game tonight. Both of those are team highs. He gets the first reception of the game there.
And that was great second effort, John. That was he got an extra 3 or 4 yards just by pushing through and moving his feet.
So along with some assistance from the horse collar penalty to West Seneca East a moment ago, Pioneers done a nice job moving the ball down the field in swift fashion to respond to the Trojans' touchdown on the last drive. Hopkins gets the snap on 1st and 10. He's got some pressure. The ball's up in the air, and they're going to rule that incomplete. Pioneer can catch their breath again, Jim. That ball, I think if you were on the Panther sideline, it felt like that ball was up in the air for about 15 seconds.
That's the way it looked. And again, where did the pressure come from? Same gentleman we've been talking about, number 28, Derek Hamm.
Yeah, just got that blindside pressure in on Hopkins. Had no idea that West Seneca East defender was right on his back. That's one of those plays where if you're someone watching in the stands or on the sideline or up in the press box, wherever, you can see that play happening before it happens, whether it's high school, college, NFL. You see that blindside edge rusher coming around, that quarterback winding back to throw. You know what's happening on that play 9 times out of 10. The 2nd and 10. Pioneer going with a little bit of a wildcat formation. They look to pitch it, and that run is going to be stuffed right at the line by a group of Trojan defenders. Clock continuing to run here, nearing 4 minutes to go in this opening quarter. 7-0 lead for West Seneca East. These two teams looking to claim the top spot in the B South Division. Pioneer currently tied for 2nd, West Seneca East in 1st. Both teams looking to stay undefeated overall, coming in with 2-0 records. 3rd and 8 coming up here for Pioneer. Hopkins back under center. And he fakes the handoff, looks to throw, and that one is batted down right at the line by A.J. Alfary. And that'll bring up 4th down. And we said on their first drive, Jim, Pioneer electing to punt right around the 50. They were on their side of the field.
Yep.
But now, inside the opponent's 30, got to go for it on 4th here. Unless you really trust your kicker, but I don't know if they're at that point yet.
From the 28-yard line, they've got to get to the just outside the 20-yard line. So we'll see what they cook up on this play. Going for it on 4th down, just like I said.
Brody Hopkins has 4 receivers out wide, 2 to each side of him, along with Bunty to his right in the backfield. And now we got a jump. That's not going to do Pioneer any favors. Kyle Stover, wide receiver on the far side, closest to the West Seneca East bench, jumped. And that'll move the Panthers back. Tough pill to swallow when you're facing a 4th and not long, but not manageable either.
Now it's longer.
Yeah, now it's 4th and long.
4th and 13.
Coming into this game, Hopkins only 23 passes attempted through the first 2 weeks, 10 for 23, 152 yards, 2 touchdowns. However, has 3 rushing scores this year as well, so play caller for Pioneer certainly not afraid to do damage with his legs. But we'll expect to see him use his arm here on 4th and 13. Going with the same formation, 4 receivers out wide. Drops back, has some time, and that one is intercepted. Nothing but green grass in front of him. It's Hayes on the interception, and he's tracked down by Hopkins. But he takes that all the way to the Pioneer 15, and things go from good to even better for West Seneca East. They get the 4th and long with the penalty. They get the interception, and now they're all the way down into the opponent's red zone. Trojans cooking with grease right now.
Yeah, they sure are, John. And I think what we saw in that play was just a little bit of obviously it was a bad read, but the pressure makes a big difference. West Seneca East got good pressure on that particular situation.
So West Seneca East will start this from the 15-yard line, looking to add on to their early 7-0 lead. Run play here for Charlie Rosado, but he's dropped for a considerable loss. That'll be of about 10. So that's the first interception of the year for Hayes. Sorry, go ahead, Jim.
No, I was just going to mention that Charlie Rosado, you mentioned his name. He's the workhorse on West Seneca East. I don't think you're going to see a lot of that negative yards on it. He's a pretty strong running back.
So this will bring up 2nd and 17 for the Trojans. It's going to be a direct snap, and the ball's loose. Pioneers on it. The Panthers recover. West Seneca East will bring them down. But able to recover that fumble was Logan Ellis for Pioneer. And a nice little turn of the tides for the Panthers, huh, Jim?
Yeah.
They turn the ball over, and then they get it right back.
One of their 2 defensive stalwarts the first 2 weeks, Logan Ellis, he had 14 tackles. And it changed what could have been, as you mentioned before, John, a real difficult situation for Pioneer.
Well, the back-to-back turnovers basically start the second possession over for Pioneer. They're back to the 25, basically where they began the last drive. As that run out to the left side for Ogum Villisack picks up a few yards. But, yeah, I mean, actually, really, Jim, what that was basically West Seneca East had a possession without the interception and punted, and this is now where Pioneer is starting after the punt. Basically, that's what Mike Hayes' interception return was West Seneca East's punt.
It's a good point. It ended up basically it would have been in the same spot.
Yeah.
But they had to do it the hard way, didn't they? They never liked those interceptions.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 6 for Pioneer. About 90 seconds to play in this first quarter. They're going to run it again. That's Oakham-Villisack, and he gets close to the first down marker before being forced out of bounds.
It's a nice run.
You know, we talked about Jack Bunsey, how much carries he gets, how many yards he's picked up for the first few games. But Pioneer really flexing their muscles with the amount of guys they've got in their running back stable early here. We've seen a number of guys get touches already.
And again, I'm sure that that West Seneca East has seen the film and seen how Bunsey is running the first 2 weeks and the first 2 carries. And then after that, he's been pretty well stopped to this point. I think you're going to see more of him later on.
3rd and 1 for Pioneer. They're going to run it, and it looks like he's just short. It was Oakham-Villisack again there. Actually, that time they gave it back to Bunsey. And they are going to give him the first down.
Yeah.
So Bunsey comes back in, gets the short carry, but it's enough for the first. That'll move the sticks.
Mr. Bunsey with the carry. Mr. Bunsey.
That was a big first down, John, for Pioneer. After the back and forth, see if they can't get something started.
They'll obviously keep possession even if they have the ball at the end of the first quarter. So that's the good news for the Panthers. No rush there as they look to run it. Able to move it ahead for a few yards. As that was Scott Davis on that run.
I think, John, they're going to have to try to continue the run for a while. They're getting a tremendous amount of pressure on the quarterback, Hopkins. And I think in order to stay that pressure down, they're going to have to be successful with the run. 4 yards, that's a pretty good first shot.
2nd and 6, about 15 seconds left in the quarter. They're going to run it here for Bunsey. He's got some space up the left side, crosses the 40, and is forced out of bounds around the 35.
That was a nice run. He was stopped almost at the line of scrimmage and broke the tackle, gained about another 25 to 30 yards.
And that will do it for us through the first quarter here at Pioneer. The visiting West Seneca East Trojans on top of the home Panthers, 7-0. We'll take a quick break and be right back for more action here on WNY Athletics.
Does he do car?
Forget about it.
How about home?
Forget about it.
Does he get good rates?
Forget about it.
And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy?
Forget about it. Paul, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, this is Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF and...
Welcome back to WNYathletics.com. Start of the second quarter here at Pioneer High School between the Panthers and the West Seneca East Trojans. John Simon alongside Jim Craig on the call here tonight. Just about ready for the start of the second quarter. Our officials getting the teams back out there. Our officials tonight, referee Rick Shunke, umpire Rudy Hober, linesman Mark Norton, and line judge Ferris Marone. Of course, we've got one of the most famous or infamous officials in Section 6 football, Jim Craig, up here in the booth with us. Happy to have Jim back again. We had a great game last Saturday over at Cleveland Hill between the Golden Eagles and Wilson. We got a B-South grudge match so far here at Pioneer. 1st and 10 carry there for Bunsey. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, but I think that's all he got on that touch.
It was another good defensive play by West Seneca East. A lot of white shirts around the ball, and one of the guys that has been around the ball quite a bit for West Seneca East is their linebacker, A.J. Alfieri.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 And they're going to pitch that one. And not much running room there for Jaden Okum-Villisack. And that'll bring up 3rd and long for the Panthers. We mentioned before, both these teams coming into this week with 2-0 records. Both of them coming off of really successful 2020 seasons from last spring as well. Pioneer finished 3-0. Made it to the playoffs technically, but their sectional semifinal game against the Iroquois was canceled due to COVID issues with the Panthers. It ended up going to another team, and their season ended with a 3-0 record and no playoffs. West Seneca East did make it to the playoffs, but then their first-round game against Maritime got canceled due to COVID. So both these teams had their seasons end last year, ironically, due to COVID issues. Long look there for Hopkins, incomplete. I'll bring up 4th down. Canceled their playoff games and didn't allow them to go any further. So both these teams coming into this season with a bit of a chip on their shoulder. You know, we never were eliminated from the playoffs last year. Definitely both with something to prove, and as we said, they'll be fighting for that top spot in B South.
And both these teams have a great history of winning and history of competing. And so we'll see where this one goes now. It's turned out to be a pretty hard-fought game.
Hopkins takes the 4th down snap and slings one over the middle. That one incomplete. Boy, that one came out of his hand fast. Was looking for Dalton Jibu on that pass, but it was just a little far out in front of him and a little too high. Turnover on downs for Pioneer, and back out comes the West Seneca East offense.
Again, on the last series, West Seneca East, they had the fumble, and basically they were stopped running. We'll see which way they go now.
So West Seneca East, on their opening drive, marched all the way down the field and scored a touchdown on a 30-yard run from Mike Hayes. On their second drive, they ran one play, fumbled the ball, and gave it right up to Pioneer. So 2 completely different series so far for the Trojans. They go with a direct snap on 1st and 10 to Rosado. He's forced out of bounds after a short gain to the right side.
Got about 4 on that one, John. Pretty decent run to get 4 on 3 downs, and you got a first down. So that's a pretty good first down run.
So that'll bring up 2nd and I think 6. Actually, they'll mark it 2nd and 7. Another handoff, this one to Hayes. He makes a nice move to get through a few tacklers, and he's able to get out past the first down marker and up to midfield.
Another nice run by West Seneca East, well blocked.
Yeah, we talked about a few minutes ago the number of guys that Pioneers already used in the backfield. How about West Seneca East? They've run Rosado, they've run Hayes. They got a couple of guys back there that can run. Obviously, Workman, their quarterback. But they're right at midfield now. 1st and 10 from the 50 for the Trojans. Little over 2 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. It's another direct snap, that one to Hamm. And he's stopped after running ahead for about a yard. And there's another West Seneca East player getting a touch in the backfield, Derek Hamm.
Derek Hamm has been all over the field defensively and offensively. And pretty big young man, 6 foot, 190, running right up the middle.
So they mark that as a gain of 2 for Hamm. It's 2nd and 8. Another direct snap, this one to Rosado. He goes right up the middle and gets about 5 or 6 on that one. So West Seneca East keeping it consistent with the ground game right now. Nothing but forward progress.
It's a nice read on the block and got him an extra 2 or 3 yards. So it'll be about 3rd and a very long 3.
8:40 to play in the second quarter. Workman in the shotgun. Again, it's a direct snap. And Rosado's going to get the first down, and Moores, he's out towards the 35.
That'll be a first down for West Seneca.
The Trojans continuing to run the ball down Pioneer's throat on this one.
Again, well blocked, and the result was a long gain.
So that'll be 1st and 10 right at the Pioneer 30. West Seneca East has a 7-0 lead thanks to a first quarter touchdown from Mike Hayes. Hayes also with an interception in this one. Workman, the snap, hands it off. Hayes the run, and he's wrapped up and brought down right away. That'll be a short gain, make it 2nd down. Nice tackle there by Bobby Donahue with Pioneer.
Really nice. Nice job filling that hole. Gain of 1, and again, back and forth to Hayes and also Rosado.
Hayes going to get it again here on 2nd and long. Tries to get to the outside, stays in bounds, and it takes a few defenders to bring him down. But another nice run for Hayes, and it looks like again that moves the sticks for the Trojans.
First down for West Seneca.
Now they're in the red zone. More of it.
So 1st and 10, Trojans in the Pioneer red zone now. Workman takes the snap, looks to throw, sees a hole, is going to try and use his legs to pick it up, but he's brought down. Nice job by Pioneer to close that hole and keep the play to a minimum.
Stopped by a number of Panthers, including 68, Josiah Jerzynski.
Now bring up 2nd and 10.
It looked like that play was designed, John, to possibly go to the outside, but he read it well. He had 2 blockers in front of him and cut inside just for a little less than a yard.
Well, if I'm West Seneca East, I'm also glad, too, that play just turned into Workman getting tackled for a minute there with the way that he was running with the ball. It looks like he had it exposed and could have led to a strip or a fumble or something. The direct snap to Rosado on 2nd and 10. Goes up the middle with that one. We reached the halfway point here. 6 minutes, a little bit less, till halftime.
Yeah, he's a nice little runner, Rosado. He gets a quick start and can change directions kind of when with a lot of people around him. So he's done a real good job, and he's been up the middle quite a bit, gained a lot of yards up there.
3rd
there he goes
and 5,
again.
Rosado again the direct snap, but he gets knocked down hard there. He's going to be short of the first down. So a decision coming up here for West Seneca East. Do they try a field goal attempt in short? They're right around the 10 of Pioneer. Do they leave the offense on the field? And it looks like they're going to take some extra time to talk it over. Believe we got a West Seneca East timeout.
Charlie Rosado, John, is on the smaller side. He's 5'6", 145, but he runs a lot stronger than that.
So I guess they didn't call a timeout. It looked to me like the officials signaled for a timeout on the West Seneca East side. Now the clock has stopped at 5:50. Now it's starting again.
Yes,
so there's a lot of miscommunication right now between the officials in the press box. Now some of the fans asking for a flag on West Seneca East. Big snap coming up here. Direct snap to Rosado. He's got the first down, and he's just short of the goal line, only a yard or 2 out. And that'll make it a 1st and goal for the Trojans.
Just mentioned his size, John. You could tell the way he runs. His low center of gravity, he stays low, and he gets those extra yards. done a nice job in this series.
First and goal here for the Trojans. They're at the 3. Rosado takes the snap. Looks like he got through, and he did. Touchdown, Trojans. The road team finds pay dirt again, and West Seneca East goes up 13-0 late here. Jordan Kilney on to kick. The holder is Workman. Made his first one. Good snap, good hold, good kick. But that one did not go through, so the lead remains 13-0. West Seneca East on top. We'll take a quick timeout. Be right back for more action here on WMY Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Welcome back to WNYathletics.com. Late first half here at Pioneer High School between the home Panthers and the visiting West Seneca East Trojans. John Simon, Jim Craig here alongside our producer Frank Wolf, cameraman BJ Stack for tonight's Friday Night Lights matchup. Section 6 high school football action. 2 Class B South teams, 2 undefeated teams battling here in week 3. Trojans currently on top 13-0 following their second touchdown. And looking to boo it away here is Kilney, and that's another great kick going to go inside the Pioneer 10. They're going to look to run it out this time, and there's some running room for the Panthers. Out past the 35, but the ball is loose. It's still on the ground. Pioneer trying to recover it. The Trojans just can't bounce on it. And we'll see who they give the ball to. It sounded like they blew a whistle before there was possession. So they're going to call it Pioneer ball. Maybe they just ruled the runner down. But that was a weird sequence. We've had a few of those tonight. So this will put Pioneer at their own 35 to start. Good starting spot for the Panthers. 4:06 to play in the first half, but now in a 2-score hole at home. Handoff on first down. And it looks like Buncey's going to have nowhere to go on that one.
No, the West Seneca East defensive line were right there. Filled the hole. Led by number 58, TJ Bailey. Did a good job on that play.
And they actually gave him a gain of 3 on that one. I thought West Seneca East held the line pretty tight there, but 2nd and 7 here for Pioneer. Bad snap. Hopkins has to fall on it, and that'll bring up 3rd down now. I know it's still the first half, Jim, but if you're Pioneer right now, down 2 scores, you don't want to be giving any free plays to this West Seneca defense.
No, there's still time. There's still time. They don't have to get out of their basic offense yet. They can still score on the ground if they want to and use that philosophy. But if they give the ball away and West Seneca East scores before the half, it might be a real bad situation.
3rd and 7 for the Panthers. Hopkins pitches that to Buncey. Now he hands it off and able to get to the outside there is Oakham Villasack, and now he's past midfield and brought down. So Pioneer pulls one out of their bag of tricks there on 3rd down. It works out for them. Panthers move on into opponent territory, and a nice run there for
That was looked like he might get stopped there, and he just made a nice move to his left, and the rest was first down.
1st and 10, they're going to hand it off. Bunsey again, able to get a yard or two, but gets tripped up and brought down there by a pair of Trojan defenders. And now we get a timeout call by by Pioneer. So just about 2 minutes to play in this one. We'll take another quick timeout, get some messages in from our friends and sponsors, and be right back for more action. Stay tuned here on WMY Athletics.
Call 835-WOLF. Remember, you calling the Wolf. That's all you had to say. Call today.
When you're ready to buy a home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. You can find new listings before they appear anywhere else and refine your search for immediate notifications of similar properties. Plus, get pre-qualified to make your offers stronger and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent who knows your area and how to close the deal. So when you're ready to buy, visit howardhanna.com and find your home fast.
I love being home.
Welcome back to WMYAthletics.com. Late second quarter here at Pioneer High School between the Panthers and the West Seneca East Trojans. 2nd down. Panthers looking to run it. That one to Davis. And he doesn't get too far. That'll bring up 3rd.
Big down here.
Yes, 3rd, 7. Pioneer just looking to keep their offense on the field. Pitch that one out to Bunsey. He's looking to find some room. Gets a few yards, but not enough for a first. That'll bring up 4th down. Another timeout called by Pioneer. And Panthers started this game with the ball, Jim. So if they don't come up with points, even if West Seneca East leaves this half with just 13, the fact that the Trojans could have a 2-score lead going into halftime and get the ball to start the second half, that puts a little bit more pressure, if not a lot of bit more pressure, on this Panther offense here in these last 2 minutes.
Sure does. They haven't put the ball up in the air much here, but I think you're going to see it on this next play. Hopkins has got a pretty decent arm, and he showed that on a couple occasions, sometimes just a little bit too far, but I think you're going to see him try to connect, and if they can put some points on the board, it'll change the complexion of this game. So this is an important down for Pioneer.
So they got 4th and 3, 3 yards needed to keep the offense on the field here for Pioneer. 95 ticks left here in the first half. Hopkins under center, takes the snap, hands it off. Oakham-Villisack able to get the first down, it looks like. We'll see how they spot it, but it looks like he was able to get across the 38 of West Seneca East, and yes, that'll be a Pioneer first down.
Well, they didn't put the ball in the air, John, but they got the job done.
So that'll be a 1st and 10 for Pioneer. Short time to try and get a score. Now Hopkins feeling some pressure. He'll throw that one into the turf, and that's going to draw a flag. That's what the West Seneca East defense was looking for. They brought the pressure, forced the quarterback just to get rid of the ball.
That was number 28, Derek Hamm, on that play. He's been in the backfield all day.
Yeah, we've been calling his name a lot tonight, especially on the defensive side of the ball. One of the many guys that have helped pitch in this incredible effort from West Seneca East so far in this one. I mean, they've played some good games. They held Lakeshore to 12 points week 1, Olean to 14 last week. But right now, pitching a shutout against the Pioneer offense that hasn't lit the world on fire, but still is a 2-0 team. You've got to be impressed with the effort that West Seneca East is putting in right now. So with that flag, that'll back Pioneer up considerably. They are down at their own 48. Backs them up 20 yards. So that'll be second and 30. Hopkins looking long on that one, and that one overshot the target. Both the Pioneer receiver and West Seneca East defensive back tripping over each other there.
And that's what that was.
Yeah, I think that was a clean play. There was no, intent for anything from either side there. That's just two guys running into each other, and it worked out for the West Seneca East defense.
It sure did. And that penalty before on intentional grounding is penalized from the spot of where the pass is thrown. So, again, when you mentioned that 20 yards, he was 10 back and then another 5. So it's 15 more yards from where the ball is snapped on that particular play.
So this is going to be 3rd and 27, and we get another flag just as the ball is snapped. This could hurt Pioneer even more. Things going from bad to worse for the Panthers right now. And that was the thing that I was going to mention before, Jim. If you're this Pioneer team, which we've talked about already, is so run-oriented, so run-heavy, where you get down by as much enough points in this game, and you feel like you got to get out of your comfort zone to bring your way back. Do they have the ability to do that? That's the question, is are they going to be able to throw the ball? Because we've seen Hopkins throw. He's got a good arm. Just hasn't connected on very much.
And that's exactly what I was going to say, John. The arm is there, the strength is there, but the connection has not been there yet. So here's hoping for Pioneer's sake that they can get a little further open and connect on some of those nice passes.
Buncey's able to shed a few tacklers there and get a pickup of about 5. But that'll bring up 4th down and presumably a Pioneer punt. We're in the final minute of the first half now, about 45 seconds to go until the midway break. And I think if you're West Seneca East, you'll just get this punt. You'll kneel the ball once and take this 13-0 lead into the locker room. Because as I said before, Trojans are scheduled to receive the second half kick. 2 guys back for West Seneca East here to receive this punt. Able to get it away was McClure, and it'll go into the end zone. So it'll be a touchback. And West Seneca East will get the ball to start with 17 seconds left in the half here. Like I said, I expect just to kneel here. They'll take this lead into the locker room.
Yeah, I think they're pretty pleased with their performance on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
And probably best just to take the ball in. And as you mentioned before, John, they're going to get it coming out for the third quarter. So, again, they're in pretty good position, and I don't think it's necessary at this time to risk anything.
So the Trojans are out there. We'll see if they run anything, but like I said, I expect Workman to take a knee on this one, but they're going to run a play, direct snap to Rosado. He runs through the middle and gets brought down just around the 35. It'll be a West Seneca East first down. And they'll stop the clock for a moment with 9 seconds just for them to move the chains. And now they'll run the clock. And we've hit 3 zeros. So that'll do it through 24 minutes here at Pioneer High School. The visiting West Seneca East Trojans lead the Panthers 13-0 in the Section 6 Class B South Division matchup. We'll take a quick timeout for halftime, get some messages in from our friends and sponsors, but stay tuned here. We'll be right back in a few minutes for second half action here on WNY Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Are you in pain from a no-fault car accident? Don't wait. Call RES Physical Medicine and Rehab today and take advantage of our 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. One of our medical professionals will see you within 48 hours. RES offers DXD imaging for a more accurate diagnosis in less time. This allows our doctors to coordinate the most effective treatment plan to get you on your way to recovery faster. Feel better with RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. Click or call today to learn more.
Paul Wolf Agency, how can I help?
I got a problem. I got a big problem. The house flooded overnight, everything's destroyed, and I don't know what to do.
You can relax. The wolf is on his way.
What's the damage?
It's bad.
As opposed to good? It's 20 minutes away. I'll be there in 10. You're Teddy?
Yes, sir.
I'm Paul Wolf. I solve problems.
Oh, good, because I got a big one in here.
May I come in?
Absolutely. Mr. Wolf, can I get you a cup of coffee?
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
At Chiro First Wellness, your health and well-being is our passion. Let us take care of you and your family like one of our own.
Chiro First Wellness Center is dedicated to providing patients long-term relief and teaching them how to continue taking care of themselves. With a blend of different techniques, services, and personalized treatment plans, we'll help you find wellness in a way that's right for you. Between chiropractic care, spinal decompression, nutritional counseling, massage therapy, custom orthotics, and more, your relief is in our hands. If twisting, popping, and cracking intimidate you, our Pro Adjuster restores the same range of motion as a physical adjustment would with gentle, repeated tapping.
Dr. Mo at Chiro First has been taking care of my back needs for the past 4 years. His staff treats you like family. I've had the traction, I've had the massage done, and every time leave here feeling fresh and brand new.
Chiro First Wellness Center. Your health and well-being, our passion.
Paul Wolf Agency. How can I help?
I got a problem. I got a big problem. The house flooded overnight, everything's destroyed, and I don't know what to do.
You can relax. The wolf is on his way.
What's the damage?
It's bad.
As opposed to good? It's 20 minutes away. I'll be there in 10. You're Teddy?
Yes, sir.
I'm Paul Wolf. I solve problems.
Oh, good, because I got a big one in here.
May I come in?
Absolutely. Mr. Wolf, can I get you a cup of coffee?
Okay, you're back. Sorry.
Welcome back to WYAthletics.com. Just a few minutes away from the start of the second half between Pioneer and West Seneca East. John Simon, Jim Craig here calling this one for you guys. Got a halftime update just a moment ago from Frank Wolf. And while we're still getting ready for the start of the second half in this one, 13-0 lead for West Seneca East over the Pioneer Panthers. And really, Jim, the story of that first half is just West Seneca East is the better of the two run games right now.
No doubt about it. Between Charlie Rosado and a little bit from Derek Hamm, a couple when they need that middle, and Mike Hayes, right? Between all three of those, they pretty well dominated the run game. And you're right. I thought that we would see a little bit more out of the Pioneer run game, but when you get behind, it's going to be more difficult to do. So.
And that's the big story that we were talking about as well, is coming into this half is what is Pioneer going to do if they have to keep playing from behind? They're going to have to throw the ball. If they stay down a few scores in this one, they want to make it back. They're going to have to get out of their comfort zone. And the question we're asking is, will they be able to do that?
That first series, I think, is going to tell a lot. If West Seneca East gets that ball, right, they're going to have to stop them if they want any chance to at least still use their same offense, still use that run game, and try to get back in the game.
Yeah, I don't want to put too much pressure on Pioneer's defense, but you did just say it there, Jim. This first possession, start of the third quarter, you kind of need a big stop from the Panther defense because this West Seneca East team, they're getting the ball to start the third quarter here in a moment. They get that third score on the board and take a 3-touchdown lead. You know, it's not curtains just yet, but that hill gets even steeper to climb up to get back in this one if you're Pioneer.
And the way the West Seneca East run game has gone, they're just going to have to find a way to stop, and so far they haven't been able to do it. So we'll see. Again, both of these teams are well coached. They know what they want to do and need to do, and so we'll see how Pioneer can jump up to the challenge for this one, John.
Pair of 2-0 squads getting ready for the second half here at Pioneer High School. The Panthers and West Seneca East Trojans both looking to improve to 3-0. West Seneca East sitting atop the B South Division right now. Pioneer tied for second in that league. And both these teams looking to get the early advantage in that playoff race. Both of them made the postseason last year. Neither of them got to play postseason games due to COVID issues canceling their respective seasons. But now we're ready for second half football here. The Panthers in the all black ready to kick this one away. West Seneca East in the all white with yellow helmets ready to receive. Trojan touchdowns in the first half came from Mike Hayes and then from Charlie Rosado, a couple rushing scores. It has them at the 13-0 lead where they sit currently. And their offense will start right around their own 30 to start the third quarter here.
Hayes with the carry, number 5.
It was Mike Hayes on the return. It's about a 12-yard return. Nice return. They'll start here, John, at the 30-yard line. And, we'll see how Pioneer approaches this.
So 1st and 10 from the 30 here. And that was a little bit of a wild play from West Seneca East. It was a direct snap. to Hamm.
74 with the tackle, Luke Mathias.
And he's able to pick up about 4 with that one.
Seneca picks up, let's say, almost 4 and 5. 5 yards to go. Second and 5.
So they pick up 5 on that one.
Concession stand is still open thanks to Cotton. Neiman.
And right now, you know, we talked about it with Seneca East having the ability to kind of put not the final dagger in this one, but a big dagger in this one if they score on this drive. But I think, too, with just how strong their run game has been, they're just going to try and hold this ball and eat up a lot of clock here in this third quarter. Hayes on 2nd and 5 gets some space up the middle, and it's a big pickup there.
That's a 13-yard pickup, and just right off the right guard. A really nice job, well blocked, and he's had a real nice game here so far.
That sometimes doesn't get easier than that, Jim.
No.
Sometimes I feel like I never played football, but I feel like if I was a running back, sometimes if a moment like that happened, I would be shocked at how big of a lane that I had was, and he got one there.
He sure did.
So 1st and 10, they're out to their own 47. Again, it's a direct snap to Rosado. Goes to the right side for a couple. It's a short gain.
Just a short gain. Looks like he got just a little bit over 2 yards.
They keep going to that direct snap play. Rosado, I feel like, has gotten more of those than he's had balls handed to him from Workman.
Seems to have thrown Pioneer off balance just a bit.
There's about 2 minutes gone by here in the third quarter with Seneca East working with a 2-touchdown lead right now in this one. Rosado takes another direct snap, goes up the middle again, and is able to crawl ahead for about 5.
48 with a stop.
Hit same hole right up the middle, just off the center between the guard. Really nice job.
Just steady chipping away. Yep. That's been the strategy for this West Seneca East offense in their run game all evening in this one. Really, the only big run they had was the 30-yard run from Hayes that was the touchdown back in the first quarter. Everything else has been between, 4 to 10, 12 yards. So 3rd down here. Rosado, another direct snap, goes again up the middle, and he's going to have the pile push him forward for a 1st down. Nice run there by Charlie Rosado. Continues to shoulder the load on this drive for the Trojans.
Yeah, we have to give kudos to the offensive line, the blocking in general, West Seneca East, but the offensive line is moving that defensive line right out, doing an excellent job of blocking, and it has shown in the yards gained so far.
1st and 10 at the Pioneer 41. Workman hands it to Hayes. And Hayes going up the middle, able to drag a tackler with him for a few yards, and that'll be a pickup of 8. Mike Hayes, another strong run. The Trojans just making it look easy right now.
Real nice misdirection on there. It opened up a nice hole. A gain of 9 yards.
Like I said, Trojans eating up clock on this drive, already approaching the 4-minute mark of this quarter. Or 4 minutes gone by, I should say, reaching the 8-minute mark.
I think we're going to see, John,
the direct snap to Rosado.
Let's see it again.
Look at that. Oh, they handed it off to Hayes on 2nd and 1, and Mike Hayes going up the right side, able to pick up the 1st and get inside the 25. So it went to Rosado, but it was one running back giving the ball to the other. And the junior Mike Hayes, another nice pickup on that touch.
Mentioning that both teams are heavy on the high side with the seniors and the juniors, both teams. And a couple of sophomores on West Seneca East, and they had a sophomore and a freshman that was just brought up on Pioneer, and that's basically the only underclassmen. Juniors and seniors sprinkle both teams.
Yeah, very veteran-heavy squads.
Yes.
Rosado direct snap on 1st and 10, and again he's able to plow his way through the middle. pickup of about 5.
We talked about Rosado being the workhorse, and to a certain extent he has, but this is running back by committee, and it's the committee's doing a good job here.
And like I said, they are just keeping everything in between the hashes. Like they're going nowhere near the sidelines right now. Already 5 minutes gone by here in this quarter. Unbelievable. This West Seneca East team dragging out this opening possession of the second half. 2nd and 5. Workman doesn't get the snap. It's Rosado with the direct one again. He's able to move ahead for the first and gets all the way inside the 10. Another powerful one by Charlie Rosado. Not the biggest guy out there, listed at 5'6", 145 pounds. But man, he runs with a lot of strength. It's hard to bring that guy down if you're just a solo tackler.
Low center of gravity, really nice job. We have been paying attention, and I'm sure the viewers have as well, is the push for the offensive line. I mean, this offensive line is really opening up some holes or getting off the ball really quickly. And the running backs are taking advantage of it, as they should.
See another B-South matchup. Iroquois at Dunkirk. The Chiefs up 16-0 at halftime. And there we get another run up the middle from the Trojans.
It was Hayes again.
Yeah, Hayes stopped just a yard or two short of the goal line. I'll bring up 2nd and goal. 5.5 minutes left in this third quarter. Amazing drive being put on by the Trojans right now.
Just to remind all of us that they started this drive at the 30. So it's been a long drive and taking time off the clock. And
nearing 7 minutes of drive time. And now look at this. The Trojans lining up a little different here. 2nd and goal. Rosado, the direct snap, goes down a yard short of the goal line.
It was a good job of plugging up that hole. And again, Logan Ellis, who's been in on a number of tackles, one of their 2 defensive players that have stood out over the first 2 games, did a nice job there, John. Really nice.
Yeah, Ellis with a fumble recovery for Pioneer earlier in this one. 3rd and goal now. Rosado, direct snap, powers his way through the middle, across the plane and into the end zone. Touchdown, West Seneca East. 2nd one of the night for Charlie Rosado. That extends the Trojans' lead. "40-second drive for the Trojans, capped off with that short run by Rosado. Keeping the offense on the field here. They're going to go for 2. Try and make up for that missed extra point. Hayes is going to look to throw it off the handoff. He's got a man in the end zone, but it's knocked away. Great defended pass there by Dalton Jibu. Sophomore defensive back for Pioneer. Stops the bleeding a little bit. Score reads 19-0 now, West Seneca East.
John, there were 2 West Seneca East receivers open early, and fortunately it was just a little late, and high throw that allowed the defensive player to come back in and knock it down. But early on they were open, and if he could have got to them early, you probably would have seen to it.
So 3 rushing scores have West Seneca East on top of Pioneer in this one, 19-0. Hayes' first quarter touchdown, and then 2 from Rosado in the 2nd and 3rd quarters gives the Trojans this 3-score lead. As I mentioned a moment ago, a 7-minute, 40-second drive by West Seneca East to start this 3rd quarter. And I was going to mention a moment ago, Jim, it has completely taken the life out of this stadium. The crowd here on the Pioneer side is silent.
They're a pretty proud group, and they follow their team and support their team, and it's just been a strong effort here by West Seneca East.
Kiln with a long kick there. Again, it's fielded right around the 10. And running up with this one is Jibu, and he's brought down right around the 30.
Now Pioneer gets to start from the 30. Let's see if they can match what West Seneca East did here. I don't think they want to use up that much time, John, but they want to get go that 70 yards and
right.
get that.
Well, that's the thing. They're at the point right now where they don't have to resort to throwing every single play just yet. They can still run the ball and see if they can get some sort of momentum back on their offense going. But, yeah, they got to figure out something. They haven't really had anything solid since their first drive of the game. And their first run is stuffed up, and now we get a little bit of a scuffle on the near side of the field here. Looked like that was Logan Ellis of Pioneer and Derek Hamm, West Seneca East. No flags thrown, though.
The officials broke that one up early. They go in there, usually a lot of talking and letting them know that they need to stop that before anything happens.
So I'll bring up 2nd and 9 for the Panthers. Got a gain of 1 on that last run.
Yeah, and that was A.J. Alfieri that stopped that for just a 1-yard gain.
Hopkins will look to throw here. He's being chased by 3 Trojans. Now he's going to tuck it and use his legs. Gets out past the first down and almost to midfield. What a nice play there by Brody Hopkins to pick up a much-needed first.
That was a great run. He definitely wanted to throw that ball and had nobody open, so he took it himself and
now
the rest 20-yard gain.
Now it looks like we'll have a Pioneer player be attended to. We'll take a quick timeout. Be right back for more action here on WMY Athletics.
At Cairo First Wellness, your health and well-being is our passion. Let us take care of you and your family like one of our own.
Cairo First Wellness Center is dedicated to providing patients long-term relief and teaching them how to continue taking care of themselves. With a blend of different techniques, services, and personalized treatment plans, we'll help you find wellness in a way that's right for you. Between chiropractic care, spinal decompression, nutritional counseling, massage therapy, custom orthotics, and more, your relief is in our hands. If twisting, popping, and cracking intimidate you, our Pro Adjuster restores the same range of motion as a physical adjustment would with gentle, repeated tapping.
Dr. Mo at Cairo First has been taking care of my back needs for the past 4 years. His staff treats you like family. I've had the traction, I've had the massage done, and every time leave here feeling fresh and brand new.
Cairo First Wellness Center. Your health and well-being. Our passion.
Welcome back to WMYAthletics.com. Middle of the third quarter here at Pioneer High School. Section 6 football action between the home Panthers and the visiting West Seneca East Trojans. John Simon, Jim Craig bringing you the call here for WMY Athletics. 19-0 lead right now for the West Seneca East Trojans. However, Pioneer putting a bit of a drive together. They're around midfield, picking up some momentum on the offensive side, but time is starting to get short for the Panthers to really get back in this one and make things interesting.
Yeah, I think as you saw in the last play, Hopkins wanted to put the ball up, and I think you're going to see him try to do that a couple of times and mix in a few runs. They've got the running backs that if they get the holes that can break those runs open. So we'll just see where it goes from here. But I think you're going to see a little bit of an air show, a small air show from Pioneer to try to get back in this game quick. And I think that's what they need to do.
And we're in a stoppage right now because after the last play, one of the Pioneer players was down on the field on the far side by the West Seneca East bench. Couldn't see a number of who it was, but just came after a nice run from Pioneer quarterback Brody Hopkins. Picked up about 15 on that dash. So while this player is being looked at, we'll take another quick break. Stay tuned. We still got 3:18 left in the third, whole fourth quarter left. So we'll be back for more high school football action right here on WMY Athletics.
Does he do car?
Forget about it.
How about home?
Forget about it.
Does he get good rates?
Forget about it.
And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy?
Forget about it. This is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, this is Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF and...
And we're back on WNYathletics.com. Play is about to resume between Pioneer and West Seneca East as Xavier McClure of the Panthers is back on his feet and being brought to the Pioneer bench. Always good to see. So 1st and 10 for the Panthers, 3:18 to go in the third quarter. Brody Hopkins with a nice run to get his squad up near midfield. Still looking to get something on the scoreboard here in this one. 1st and 10 pitch. And that one's going to be run up ahead by Davis for a gain of about 5. Scott Davis with that touch, one of about 3 running backs we've seen rotated between the Panthers' backfield tonight.
We have a man down for West Seneca.
All right, so we'll take another quick timeout. Another injury timeout. Get some more messages in from our sponsors. Stay tuned. We'll be back for more action here on WMI Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Are you in pain from a no-fault car accident? Don't wait. Call RES Physical Medicine and Rehab today and take advantage of our 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. One of our medical professionals will see you within 48 hours. RES offers DXD imaging for a more accurate diagnosis in less time. This allows our doctors to coordinate the most effective treatment plan to get you on your way to recovery faster. Feel better with RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. Click or call today to learn more.
Welcome back to WNYathletics.com. Play about ready to resume between Pioneer and West Seneca East. Mike Kwiatkowski of the Trojans being helped off the field by the trainers. Hope he gets all healed up and back on the field soon. 2nd and 5 here for Pioneer. They're in the Trojan end of the 50. Hopkins handing this one off. And another nice run there by Oakham Vilashak. Senior running back with a touch there. Bring up 3rd down and very, very short. Be 3rd and 1. Maybe closer to 3rd and 2.
This is definitely 2-down territory, but they're looking to get this 1st down now and start a new series.
Was just thinking the same thing. Pitch there to Bunsey, and he runs right into a defender, but it looks like it was enough.
And Mr. Bunsey breaks the play. 1st down, moves the chains for the Panthers.
See that line judge stop that clock? That means he sees the sticks and can tell that it's a 1st down. So 1st down and 10.
Pioneer, only about 14 minutes less than that, 13 and change to go in this one. Down 19-0. Oakham Vilashak runs it to the left side, runs right into the pile there, but picks up about 4 on that carry. But like we said, they can run the ball to get the offense going, but we're going to have to see Pioneer throw it a few times, I think, if they want to make a serious comeback in this one. Down 3 scores. Unless they can get one before the end of the quarter here, they'll be down 3 going into the 4th quarter, and that is a tough hill to climb for any team, but especially one that doesn't really throw the ball all too often.
Be a big boost for Pioneer if they could put a score on the board before the end of the 3rd quarter. It's a be a big mental boost if they could do that. We'll just see what they have in the tank here.
2nd and 6, final minute of the third quarter. Handoff there. Looks like it went to Davis, but he doesn't get far trying to go up the middle.
Looks like about a gain of about 4 on that play, or even giving them 5.
Down to the final 30 ticks of this period. We'll see if Pioneer can get more than one more play in.
At about the 36-yard line.
Oakenvillashak takes the pitch, goes to the left side, hits a nice hole, and it looks like he got enough for the first down. We'll see where they mark him.
Looks like the spot is just beyond the sticks. Looks like he's got the first down.
So that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. Through 36 minutes here at Pioneer High School, the home Panthers are in some trouble. West Seneca East leads 19-0 as we enter the fourth. We'll take another quick commercial break and be right back for fourth quarter action between Pioneer and West Seneca East right here on WNY Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
At Cairo First Wellness, your health and well-being is our passion. Let us take care of you and your family like one of our own.
Cairo First Wellness Center is dedicated to providing patients long-term relief and teaching them how to continue taking care of themselves. With a blend of different techniques, services, and personalized treatment plans, we'll help you find wellness in a way that's right for you. Between chiropractic care, spinal decompression, nutritional counseling, massage therapy, custom orthotics, and more, your relief is in our hands.
On the ground.
We are back. WNYathletics.com. Friday Night Lights, Section 6 high school football being brought to you live from Pioneer High School. Start of the fourth quarter between the Panthers and the West Seneca East Trojans. John Simon, Jim Craig, Frank Wolf, BJ Stack are the members of our crew out here at Pioneer. And the Panthers at the Trojans 30 as we start the fourth quarter here. A nice little end around here from Malachi Green. Well, he doesn't get much on that one, just a pickup of a couple before being forced out by the Trojan bench.
Trojans reacted to that. West Seneca East reacted to that very well. It looked like it was going to be a greater gain than it was, but quick action at the left side of the defensive line, and the linebackers did the job.
A trio of touchdowns with one coming in each quarter has West Seneca East on top 19-0. Mike Hayes had a 30-plus yard touchdown run back in the first quarter. And then since, Charlie Rosario with 2 short distance touchdown runs in the second and third. Have West Seneca East up 3 scores here. Run here for Green again, but he's stuffed up the middle. That'll bring up 3rd and long for Pioneer.
The talk is always, John, no matter what level of play we talk about, it's the play of the offensive and the play of the defensive lines. And offensive and defensive lines of West Seneca East have been outstanding tonight. And big part of the reason why they're up by 19 points and that running game, and a good Pioneer team hasn't yet to score. So again, kudos to the trenches.
Scored 28 points in the fourth quarter last week. Hopkins trying to get away from pressure there on 3rd down. Throws up a prayer, but it's out of bounds. Was looking for Stover there, but even if he did catch that one, he was already on the sideline. So that'll bring. Fourth and long need 9 yards to keep this drive going. If they don't, they give the ball back to West Seneca. And the way that the Trojans drive went early in the third quarter, I wouldn't want to give them the ball back because they killed almost 8 minutes of clock the last time they had the ball.
They got to protect a little better than that. Klein and Kwiatkowski and Aiken were all right on top of the quarter.
So 4th and 9. Hopkins dropping back to throw, dumps one off, but that one is low and incomplete. Very undramatic end of that drive for Pioneer. Unceremonious end. That's a very deflating play on 4th and long for the Pioneers, I got to be honest.
It sure is, and of course, turnover on downs, and West Seneca East is going to take over the ball.
And that's a 3-year starter on that Pioneer sideline in Brody Hopkins. And I don't want to read too much into body language, but it's been a tough night for him and his team. They just look so dejected down there on that sideline right now. Still 10 minutes to play, and it's only 19-0. Bigger miracles have happened. Bigger comebacks have certainly occurred. But a lot would need to go Pioneers' way right now in order for them to get a victory in this last 10 minutes. And I don't think West Seneca East is going to give them anything. These guys have run the ball strong and consistent all night long.
They sure have. And Pioneers are proud squad, and they've been that way over the years, and they'll give it everything they have. They're in a tough place now.
Hayes takes the handoff from Rosado and finds some space along the left side, tripped up just short of midfield. But Mike Hayes turns that into a quick 18-yard gain. Except we got a flag thrown. That'll bring the Trojans back. A holding call against West Seneca East. That actually helps the Trojans, Jim. They just get to hold the ball longer and run more clock. I think they're all right with that.
Another flag just went up.
And I wonder what this one's going to be for. Maybe something after the play or something that somebody said down on the field.
We'll wait for referee Shunky's call. Let's see. That is called, it's a sideline warning. It means the players and the coaches or somebody from that is moving outside the 2-yard line. So you see the signal. The first one is not a yardage. There's no yardage loss. If they get a second one, it's 5 yards. If you get a third one, it's 15. So that's just a warning, a sideline warning.
Well, that holding penalty.
The holding penalty was penalized, yes.
Yeah, that backs them up. It looks like 13 yards. So this will be 1st and 23. They're running this from the 17, it looks like. That'll be a short run up the middle for the Trojans. And we have a change in personnel for Pioneers. One of their players came off looking like he's got a shoulder injury.
Yeah.
And that's number 78, Alex Coder. 2nd and 18 for the Trojans. Inside 9.5 to go in this fourth quarter. Direct snap to Rosado, hands it to Hayes. We've seen this play a number of times, and again it works out for West Seneca East. Hayes able to pick up about 7 on that one.
7 yards.
Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. They'll bring up 3rd and manageable here, considering it started at 1st and 25.
Another nice play, and they're just chipping away and chipping away.
So let's see what they mark it here. It'll be 3rd and 10. And this would be a big stop for the Pioneer defense. They could force a punt out of West Seneca East here, get the ball back with still a decent amount of time left.
We'll see which way they want to go now, West Seneca East. They gained some good yardage on the ground. Let's see if they keep it that way.
And it goes to Workman.
There's your answer.
And he's going to give it to Hayes. Hayes looking to use his blockers on the right side. Doesn't really have anywhere to go, but does draw a flag. We'll see if that's against the defense. But that was a pickup of about 4 yards from Hayes. Let's see what the officials call here. Oh, and it's going to be against the offense. So they're going to replay third down as a spot foul. With Seneca East a backup due to the hold. And I'm a little surprised that they decided to replay that third down. I mean, I know it's 3rd and long for West Seneca East, but if you're Pioneer there, I figure you just take the 4th down and assuming a punt. I don't think West Seneca East would go for it on their own side of the 50.
It would have been somewhere around 4th and 10.
Yeah, so that's a little surprising. But 3rd and 16 for the Trojans here.
On that play, Jack Bunsey did a tremendous job of holding the edge and keeping the West Seneca East runner. That's what caused the difficulty.
Rosado gets a pitch and takes it out to the right side. Gets a few, but gets knocked hard out of bounds. And now some words being exchanged between him and Logan Ellis of Pioneer. That'll bring up 4th down now.
Brings up 4th and long.
So I assume we'll see a West Seneca East punt now. Dalton Jibu back deep to return for Pioneer. He's around the 45. Now backs up to the 40. Noah Workman will be doing the punting duties for West Seneca East. Good snap. Workman able to get a decent kick away. That one will bounce out of bounds and go into the Pioneer sideline right around the 50. And that is where the Panthers offense will come back out to the field. Good starting spot. They're at the 49 of West Seneca East with about 7 and some change left on the clock here in the 4th quarter. So definitely comeback isn't out of the question here, Jim. Definitely not out of the question.
It's not. That was kind of an emotional series for the Panthers. They did a real good job. The penalties helped them, 2 penalties. But after that first 17-yard run by Hayes, everything went the other way. So they've got a little bit to build on here.
7 minutes to play in this one. Hopkins under center for the Panthers, still looking to get their first points on the board. And that one handed off to Oakham Villasack, but he is stuffed right up the middle there. That has been the story all night. This West Seneca East front line not letting anything through here, Jim.
And a name we've called a couple of times, been the lead tackler in there is A.J. Alfieri. Again.
That senior linebacker Alfieri. Senior defensive end Derek Hamm. Number of guys in this West Seneca East defense having a great game tonight.
They are.
6.5 to go in this one.
Lost the ball.
And it looks like there is a fumble. We'll see who's got it. West Seneca East defense says they have it, and they do. It's a second turnover of the night for Pioneer. A flag is now thrown. We'll see if it's an excessive celebration against the Trojans. You've got the eye for those sorts of things. But either way, I think the Trojans will take it. West Seneca East gets the ball back. So it will be unsportsmanlike against West Seneca. The Trojans do get the first down.
And John, you're absolutely right. It could have been taunting. It could have been a number of things. They all come under the unsportsmanlike. That's a 15-yard penalty, and hopefully not. That if you'll see them marking on their cards, and they do that because if there's a second unsportsmanlike on the same person, it's an ejection.
So it looks like there's a timeout on the field. We'll take a quick timeout ourselves. Be right back for more fourth quarter action between Pioneer and West Seneca East here on WNY Athletics.
Call 835-WOLF. Remember, you calling the Wolf, that's all you had to say. Call today.
When you're ready to buy a home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. You can find new listings before they appear anywhere else and refine your search for immediate notifications of similar properties. Plus, get pre-qualified to make your offer stronger and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent who knows your area and how to close the deal. So when you're ready to buy, visit howardhanna.com and find your home fast.
I love being home.
Welcome back to WNY Athletics. Fourth quarter going on between Pioneer and West Seneca East. Trojans trying to hang on to a 19-0 lead here and improve to 3-0 on the season, while also knocking Pioneer's record to 2-1. Trojans with the ball after recovering a Pioneer fumble a moment ago. And now they're just looking to run this thing out, run the clock down, and get out of Pioneer with a victory. West Seneca East is looking to avenge a 27-6 loss suffered to Pioneer last season. That was back in April. It's the only loss of the season. Or actually, it was only league loss of the season, I should say.
Well, they've been very steady, very few mistakes. Just a kind of a well-oiled machine tonight.
2nd and 9 for the Trojans. They're going to hand it to Hayes. Makes a nice move up the middle, but finally met by a group of tacklers. That'll bring him down after a short gain of about 3. So I'll bring up 3rd down. Both teams with all timeouts still in this one. That's why I said for the Panthers, definitely had some time before to put together a comeback, but now it just seems like it's more and more out of reach by the second. Inside 4:45 to go in this one. 3rd and 5 for the Trojans. Direct snap. And that's going to be another first down run for Rosado. He's done this all night for the Trojans. Made it look easy. Continues to run the clock, moves the chains. And what a night. We can't talk about it enough. Just what an impressive showing from this West Seneca East offensive line and run game.
Not only that, John, you're seeing what a good team does when they're up and there's not much time. They get 40 seconds from the time the play ends to the time to snap the ball, and they're using just about every bit of that 40 seconds.
Put together, sorry, go ahead, Jim.
So it's the right thing to do in a situation like this.
Was just going to say they put together nearly an 8-minute drive earlier in this game from the start of the third quarter till about the 4-minute mark. They had the ball for 7 minutes and 40 seconds, and it eventually led to a score, a 1-yard touchdown run from Charlie Rosado, his second of the game. But that really took the life out of the crowd, the energy from the Pioneer sideline. And since that third touchdown, things have just been all West Seneca East in this one.
And it's just a very methodical, running the ball, good blocking, opening up holes.
Looking ahead for West Seneca East, their Week 4 matchup will be at home against the Cheektowaga Warriors. That one's scheduled for Friday, September 24th at 7 p.m. As we got 2nd and 7 here. Direct snap to Rosado again. This time he'll go to the left side, and he gets knocked out of the air, but not after picking up a few more yards. For Pioneer, they will go back on the road for Week 4 and will also play next Friday at Dunkirk in another B South matchup. Dunkirk taking on Iroquois tonight. Last time I saw, they were down to the Chiefs 16-0. Can, of course, check the other Section 6 and Western New York football scores on our bottom ticker. Could also tune into the Friday night final drive show once this broadcast is over, brought to you by WY Athletics. Francis Beck and Dean Adams, both back at our headquarters in Amherst. Nearing 2 minutes to go in this one, 3rd and 2 for West Seneca East. Rosado gets the direct snap again and takes it up the middle for a first down.
Got 8 on the last carry, and looks like another 8 on this carry, adding 16 to his total. But again, it's just been a team effort, good blocking. Hayes has had an excellent night. Rosado's had an excellent night.
Workman's had an easy night. He's just had to get the ball to his backs the whole time.
Sometimes he doesn't even touch it.
Great night to be a quarterback when you don't have to throw the ball. So they're in Panther territory once again, 43-yard line, 1st and 10. Just looking to run off the last 100 seconds or so and improve to 3-0 on the season. Hayes gets the handoff, use a few blocks, takes a big shot though. Hayes a little shaken up, but immediately gets to his feet as they hit him up high there, but look to be pretty clean. So we approach the final minute of this one. West Seneca East will improve to 3-0 on the season, and also will improve to 3-0 in B South. Jim, I said earlier, this game important for those B South division standings. Both these teams will be jockeying for a playoff spot later on this season, and this game could definitely come back into play when it comes to tiebreakers.
They're in good positions, and very, very good position at this point in time. And like you said, next week they play Cheektowaga, and they'll have a big matchup with Iroquois down the line. So that should be quite a game to watch.
And it looks like we're approaching the final play in this one. It's 3rd down for West Seneca East. Final 20 seconds in this one. We'll see if they even run another play. It doesn't look like they will. So that'll bring us to the final score. West Seneca East goes on the road and gets a big league win over B South Division rival Pioneer. The Trojans knock off the Panthers 19-0 to improve to 3-0 on the season. Pioneer drops to 2-1. And Jim, we'll just say it one more time. A huge kudos, tip of the cap, whatever you want to say, to West Seneca East defense, offensive line, and rushing attack.
And that's a great combination that makes for winning football, and it shows.